Namaste, my name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, your girl is talking about Germany. Now, I've done one Germany introduction video in which I discuss a few points about moving to Germany, immigration, etc. But since then, we've gotten so many questions from you guys. I've also covered a couple of things on my Instagram if you haven't been checking it out. But then the questions started increasing and I thought a lot about Germany is either not represented fairly or needs a little more detailing. So in today's video, your girl is going to tell you how you can self-sponsor your work permit in Germany. Also, I'm going to give you a list of a few companies in Germany that are offering visa sponsorships. I've done a couple of these posts on my Instagram, which is right here. If you aren't following me there, this is your cue and this is my silly plug. So please make sure you're going and following me on Instagram. Now that we're done with the intro, let's go ahead and talk about Germany. Alrighty, before we move any further into the video, I want to thank Unacademy for collaborating with me on today's video. If you guys have been following my channel for some time, you know the love that I have for Unacademy. Why so? Well, because they have single-handedly revolutionized the concept of education in India by making it economical and more accessible to students. Today, I'm here to specifically talk about the CA product that they have. They have a variety spread out in a beautiful platter for you to make your pick from, and I'm here to talk to you about the Dominators batch, which is specifically designed for all the people who plan to write their Group 1 intermediate exams in May 2022. If you are planning to write your CA Intermediate Group 1 exams in May 2022, then this is your cue. Go sign up with Unacademy for the Dominators batch because this batch is going to be amazing. You're going to get access to live classes, recorded classes, specific doubt sharing classes, a lot of revision test papers, also discussion of mock tests, and a lot more. You can also pick which educator you like and study with them, which means that if you don't like an educator or if you don't understand their style of teaching, then it's completely fine. Your money hasn't gone into waste. You can just move on to someone else. Also, do not forget the Unacademy scholarship pool, which is worth 1 crore rupees. And you don't have to be a signee of Unacademy, which means you don't need any subscription. This is a free for all. As long as you use my code CANIDHI, you can access this scholarship program for free. If you qualify, if you win, the prizes are worth 1 crore rupees. Also, if you use my code CANIDHI, you get a 10% discount on any subscription that you want to pick from Unacademy, the CA products. Everything else that you need to know about their amazing products is in the description box below. Please make sure you check it out before you leave. And with all that conversation, your girl is back to talk about Germany. All right, so now let's talk about some timelines. In early 2020, Germany changed its immigration law, making it easier, more flexible, and inviting to foreign nationals. Why? Because currently Germany has a shortage of 1.2 million in their workforce, and they can only fill in this workforce if they are able to get good talent from abroad. That's why they had a bunch of changes in their immigration laws. If you are interested in knowing what those changes were, please let me know in the comments below and I'll make a detailed video about that as well. So as an impact of those changes, one thing that the government realized was that they need to make it easier for foreign nationals to be able to find jobs in Germany. And how to do that? By giving the foreign nationals a right, a pathway to sponsor their own work permit. Yes, you heard that right. Now you can sponsor your own work permit if you are interested in moving to Germany. This specific permit is called a job seeker visa. It does exactly what it says. It allows you to look for a job in Germany. Through this visa, you can actually travel to Germany, you can live there, you can give interviews, and you can find yourself a job. What is different about this particular visa and the actual EU blue card or the residence permit is that once you find a job, then you move on to this permit. You don't have to do anything about that. Your employers will take care of that. And even this part where the employers have to change your work permit, this part has been made very easy by the government. A lot of changes have been brought about, and this actually takes about 3 to 5 working days only. So you will not be stranded in Germany for very long. Now that we know that we can sponsor our own work permit in Germany, let's talk about what are the prerequisites or the requirements of the job seeker visa. I'm going to do it in 2 parts. So on this side, I'm going to list down all the government requirements. So these are going to be requirements which the government needs you to have on paper to give you the job seeker visa. And here I'm going to list down all the requirements that I practically think you should have to be able to secure yourself a job in Germany. Now, they're not going to be very different from each other, but I still want to highlight that there are going to be some nuances. So we're going to talk about the practical stuff on this side and the paperwork stuff on this side. First thing that the government needs is for you to have a bachelor's, master's, or a vocational degree. Initially, when this permit was launched, it was specifically only for people who had done their bachelor's or master's. But then the government realized that this is actually stopping a lot of people from applying, and they took away that entire requirement, and they made that requirement only for like having any kind of a diploma, associate degree, bachelor's, master's. So it could be that you just did not do your college, but as long as you have any other certification, that would be great. If you have a vocational certification, any associate degree, diploma, all of that would also be counted. When it comes to practicality, I've seen that a lot of companies in Germany and in general in the West prefer that they hire candidates who have at least a bachelor's. I won't say that they prefer masters, because I think masters is something that goes a little beyond, in the sense that you really need to go into university. It takes time, it's time consuming. It may not have the same amount of payback. So masters is not generally the requirement, but bachelor's definitely is a requirement, especially if you're looking to go into a good company. If you're looking to just get into the start, yes, maybe an associate degree or a diploma or a vocational training could help you. But from my experience, I've seen that a lot of these jobs that are open for sponsorship, or a lot of these companies that want to hire foreigners, prefer having people with a bachelor's at least. The second thing that the government needs from you is to have at least 1 year of experience. Now, I know that they do not probably specify this in details, but all the rejections that I've heard of, because the government can still reject on some grounds, all the rejections that I've heard of is of people who do not have enough experience, especially people who don't have at least 1 year of experience. In terms of practicality, I've seen that you need at least 2 years of experience in your home country. That is also going to be my recommendation. That's a recommendation that I've given throughout. I think if you have at least 2 years of experience in your home country, it really helps, because 1 year somehow is not substantial given the kind of work that you do. All of us take about 3 to 6 months to settle into any new system, any new organization. So 1 year may just not be adequate for you to learn the ropes of the business. 2 years is what I see, so I'm going to put that up as a practical suggestion. The next thing that the government wants you to have is proof of funds. You need to be able to prove to the government that you have enough money to support yourself when you are in Germany looking for jobs and applying for jobs or interviewing. Here is going to be my practical suggestion. While you do need to show this proof of funds, I don't think that you should try and move to Germany until you've secured some interviews. How can you do that? Well, I'm already giving you a list of companies. I'm also constantly doing research to find more companies that offer visa sponsorship in Germany. So make sure that you have conversations with them. And only if they require you to be in person, you always have this option of getting a job seeker visa and going in for an interview. So if you are planning to move to Germany, my suggestion, not something that I say that you should do, but this is just a suggestion, is that you should try and line up some interviews so that you're not there for a long period of time and you don't have to spend a lot of money. The proof of funds will still be required. Also, the government does not require any particular amount as long as you can prove that you have enough. The fifth thing that the government requires, and I think you should absolutely have, is health insurance. We live in crazy times, and the reality is that anything can happen at any moment, so best to have health insurance, which I think are applicable to both. And now coming to the fifth thing, which I don't think is specific to Germany, but specific to a lot of countries that do not speak English as their first language. It is their local language. So if you want to be successful in Germany, I recommend being a fluent German speaker. The government does not want you to be a fluent German speaker. They want you to be more of intermediate. When it comes to language, I think we can do with beginner to intermediate level. So that's what the government wants, and that's what I recommend. I don't think you have to be a fluent native speaker, because the companies themselves who offer work permits or who offer visa sponsorships or are open to taking in foreigners, they have language classes which are generally free. It's one of the benefits that they offer to their employees so that their employees can submerge and immerse into the culture completely. So as long as you have conversational German, as long as you think you have a beginner level to an intermediate, somewhere in that range, you can always build upon that because you will be using it in your day-to-day life. That being said, all the companies that I suggest today are looking for German and English speakers. They want them to be fluent in both. And they also say that whether you're fluent in German or not, at least go and apply. And here's my suggestion. I think you should totally apply, because here are some screenshots of some of my followers who've gone ahead, done that, taken the chance, and have gotten an interview. I don't think you have to be an absolute fluent speaker in German. I think you should totally take your chances, and I think you should totally apply. The process of applying for your job seeker visa is again very simple. I'm going to put all the links down below. below. Once you get all your documents together, you have to make sure that you apply and then you interview and you get your visa. I haven't heard a lot of rejections for this visa. Most rejections that I've heard of have been related to people who are not able to justify their proof of funds or their work or game plan in Germany. Now let's come to the list of companies that are currently recruiting in Germany. As I already mentioned, I put up a post on Instagram as well, so I would highly recommend that you go and check that out. And now let's talk about some companies in Germany that are looking for foreign workers. Before that, let me tell you about some amazing benefits that they offer. Up here, I have a screenshot of one of the companies that's offering amazing benefits. These companies tend to provide you more vacation because the vacation time in Europe is higher than other countries. So you would probably get about 20 to 28 days, anywhere in that range. You will also get good pay. You'll get visa sponsorship, full relocation assistance, health, mental health support. You would get free language classes. Generally, most of these are young companies, so they have free food. They also have Friday socials. And they will give you a lot of other perks like gym membership or a bike to take care of your health, etc., etc. The list of benefits go on, but your girl is now going to cut her tail short and talk to you straight about the companies. The first company that I suggest is Relayer. The second, McMackler. Third, Tooltime. Fourth, Civi. Fifth, ShiftPlan.com. Sixth, Workstreams.ai. And 7, HotelPlan. These are the companies that I'm suggesting. I've also suggested about 7 to 8 other companies on my Instagram post, so you can check those out as well. I'll keep suggesting these companies. All that you have to do is go to their career pages, look for opportunities that suit you and apply. Also, if you think that you do not want to get restricted or constrained by applying just from India, then you should totally apply for the job seeker visa, which gives you the flexibility of moving to Germany and looking for a job. On that note, we've come to an end to this amazing video. I hope that this video has helped you. Like I said, if you want more information about the immigration changes and the law changes in Germany, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a detailed video about it. If you also want to know about companies that are offering visa sponsorship, put that down in the comments below as well, because you guys know I only make videos that you request for. Lastly, don't forget to check out the Unacademy link in the description box below. Hit a like button and subscribe to the channel because such videos keep coming very often for you. Promise to see you in the next video. Until then, please make sure you take care of yourself. Stay safe. Namaste.